Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. It gives me a sense of power to tell a bunch of people to do something and then they do it. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, graduates, family, friends, alumni, and distinguished guests. I'm Steve Swanson. I'm the Dean of the Pharmacy School. Well, the greatest pharmacy school in the world, frankly. It's an honor to participate in an event that celebrates a major accomplishment of our class of 2023, as well as their families and loved ones. One of the things that the pandemic has taught us is how important it is for us to gather together in person. And I'm thrilled that we can celebrate our students' accomplishments with family and friends and faculty and staff today. It is truly a pleasure to be with you all today. Another thing we learned during the pandemic is that when we can't gather in person, we can collectively get together virtually. So I would like to also extend a warm welcome to all of those who are viewing us via the live stream. We're glad that you can join us. One thing that's important to note is that the class of 2023 started pharmacy school in the fall of 2019, just months before one of the most consequential public health crises in modern history. Students, you have survived some of the toughest conditions nature can bring, endured isolation, adapted repeatedly, and ultimately succeeded. You are truly battle-tested badgers, and I speak for the entire faculty and staff when I say that we are extraordinarily proud of your resilience, your grit, and your perseverance. And so we celebrate you today. I'm joined on stage this afternoon by esteemed members of the School of Pharmacy community, faculty and staff members, academic leaders, advisors, instructors, mentors, who will assist in the individual recognition of our professional and graduate degree candidates. Will each person rise when I introduce you and remain standing until the final name is read? Lyra Collier, Associate Professor, Director of Graduate Studies for the Pharmaceutical Sciences Graduate Program. Jack Temple, Associate Clinical Professor and Director for the Master's Program in Health Systems Pharmacy Administration. Eric Buxton, Associate Clinical Professor, Chair of the Division of Pharmacy Professional Development, and Director of Graduate Studies for the Applied Drug Development Master's Program. Cody Wenther, Assistant Professor and Director of Graduate Studies for the Psychoactive Pharmaceutical Investigation Master's Program. Olayinka Shianbola, Associate Professor. Xiaoyang Zhang, Associate Professor. Lingjun Li, Vilas Distinguished Achievement Professor, and Charles Melbourne Johnson Distinguished Chair. Weiping Tang, Vilas Distinguished Achievement Professor, Janice Apetus Professor of Pharmaceutical Sciences, and Director of the Medicinal Chemistry Center. Jason Kwan, Associate Professor. Beth Martin, Professor and Chair of the Pharmacy Practice and Translational Research Division and Assistant Dean for Teaching and Learning. John Dobb, Associate Professor and Vice Chair of the Pharmacy Practice and Translational Research Division. Amanda Margolis, Assistant Professor. Lucas Rickert, Associate Professor, George Erdang Chair in the History of Pharmacy, and Director of Graduate Studies in the Health Services Research and Pharmacy Graduate Program. Arash Basharullah, Professor and Associate Dean for Research and Graduate Education. Melgart de Villiers, Professor, Vice Dean, and Associate Dean for Academic Affairs. Deborah Fluno, National Director of Pharmacy Operations and Support Services at Cardinal Health, a member of the School of Pharmacy's Board of Visitors, and our 2023 keynote speaker. Kate Rotzenberg, Teaching Faculty. Eva Vivian, Professor. Jessica Bergsbakken, Teaching Faculty. Marina Mays, Assistant Professor. Karen Kapasik, Associate Professor and Associate Dean for Student Affairs. Thank you all for being part of the hooding ceremony today. Please be seated. A few more special guests participating in today's event include some of our most successful and engaged alumni and friends. Please stand and be recognized well, I guess we can't because it's too dark in here. Heather Stoner. I guess your shadow will be observed. There's Heather right over here. There we go. Great. Thank you for the lights. Heather Stoner, President-elect of the Pharmacy Alumni Association. Janet Frisch, President of the Pharmacy Society of Wisconsin, and Jeremiah Barnes, recipient of the 2023 Larry Bowe Clinical Instructor Excellence Award. We are thrilled to have you all here today to celebrate our graduates. Thank you. It is now my honor to introduce the 2023 keynote speaker, Dr. Deborah Fluno. Dr. Fluno is the National Director of Pharmacy Operations and Support Services for Cardinal Health, serving over 90% of hospitals and health systems across the nation with full-line and specialty pharmaceutical distribution and solutions. She leads a team of clinically qualified accreditation and medication safety experts who develop resources and best practices for efficient and effective hospital pharmacy operations. During her more than 30-year career in hospital pharmacy, Dr. Fluno has developed expertise in pharmacy leadership, strategic planning, clinical pharmacy program development, pharmacy data and analytic insights, pharmacy residency program development, and management of multi-hospital pharmacy operations. She specializes in improving patient outcomes and reducing overall costs while providing high-quality care. She is an advocate for elevating hospital pharmacy operations as a strategic asset within the health system. Prior to Cardinal Health, Dr. Fluno was a pharmacotherapist in renal medicine at Michael Reese Hospital in Chicago, where she helped implement clinical pharmacy services to provide comprehensive pharmaceutical care to patients. During this time, she was also a clinical assistant professor in pharmacy practice at the University of Illinois at Chicago College of Pharmacy. Since joining Cardinal Health in '96, Dr. Fluno has served in multiple roles, including system and regional clinical manager positions and regional and national director positions over operations. Dr. Fluno is a member of the American Society of Health Systems Pharmacists and the American College of Healthcare Executives. She is a recipient of several professional awards, including Cardinal Health Founders Award, a Pharmacy Management Pillar of Excellence and Leadership Development Award, an Enterprise Award, and a Consultative Services Sales Excellence Award. She received a Bachelor in Pharmacy from the University of Wisconsin-Madison, a Doctor of Pharmacy degree from the University of Minnesota, and has completed a one-year pharmacy practice residency program through Abbott Northwestern Hospital in Minneapolis. Deborah has 3 children and resides in Gurnee, Illinois, with her husband, Tim, who's here in the audience today. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Deborah Fluno. Deb?
Wow, thanks for the really long introduction. Makes me feel really old. Congratulations. Your hard work, perseverance, curiosity, collaboration, and tenacity have all paid off. To quote Elle Woods in Legally Blonde, you did it. But you didn't do it all by yourself. You had collaborative study buddies, world-class teachers, dedicated preceptors and mentors, and most importantly, your family, who most of them are hopefully here with you today supporting you. Let's take a moment to recognize all of them. You are graduating from a world-class institution, the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and within that world-class institution, the UW School of Pharmacy. Whether you are receiving a PhD in pharmaceutical sciences, one of the many master's degrees, or a doctorate, a Doctor of Pharmacy degree, the education that you've worked so hard for and the foundation that's been laid will open up doors for you to go on and do great things. You're probably feeling a bit of excitement and relief that you're finally graduating. The day's finally here. Or maybe you have a little bit of apprehension of what's going to happen next. Both can be true. As you move on to your next chapter, whether that be to take and pass your National Pharmacy Board exams, to start a job as a pharmacist, to continue your education as a pharmacy resident. Perhaps you're going on to work and do research in industry, or maybe stay in academia and teach. Remember this: you will have successes and you will have failures. We all want successes, who doesn't, right? But we learn and we grow the most from our failures. Your failures make you stronger, humble, and more resilient. Sometimes your failures take you down a path that you never thought you'd go down, but you're better because of it. Healthcare is rapidly changing, and pharmacy is no exception and is part of that dynamic as well. For example, how we treat diseases is changing by discovering new therapeutic uses for drugs that have been around for a long time, like magic mushrooms and shrooms. Who knew that they could help anxiety, depression, and addiction? Or by using precision medicine and targeted drug therapies to eradicate cancer cells, but preserving our normal healthy cells. We do this by new drug discovery or innovative drug delivery systems for both new and old drugs. How we deliver healthcare is also changing. The use of telehealth for pharmacists to perform medication therapy management drug reviews remotely, or by having pharmacists perform immunizations at non-traditional pharmacy sites, such as churches, community centers, clinics, all to help improve the access to health care for our patients. So as you move on to what is next for you, I want you to continue to learn and be open to 2 areas that can help you reach your full potential: leadership and innovation. I will start with leadership. To quote that famous English soccer coach, Ted Lasso, "You say impossible, but all I hear is, I am possible. Believe in yourself." Leadership is formally defined as the action of leading a group of people or organizations. However, in simple words, it's about taking risks and challenging the status quo. It's about motivating others to achieve something new or better. It's about holding yourself accountable, celebrating your success, not being afraid to fail, and when you do fail, learn from those failures. Many people think that to be a leader, you need a title: director of pharmacy, research lab supervisor, professor. But in reality, everyone has the ability to be an informal leader every day. Embracing that trait will serve you well throughout your career. Sign up for those extra projects. Take on that new job that's more challenging than the one you do today. Mentor a future pharmacist. Get involved with your community. Ted Lasso also said, "The harder you work, the luckier you get." I can say that for me, that is especially true. I'm lucky enough, after all these years of graduating since 1987, to do today what I love to do, and I know that I'm making a difference, and I want that for all of you as well. The second area I challenge you to engage in is innovation. Now, some of you are kind of far away. Does anybody, can you guys see this? Does anybody know what this is? Starbucks, exactly. This is the little, which I wish I invented this, I did not, the stir at Starbucks that also serves as, when you get a to-go cup of coffee, you put it in that little hole at the top and it prevents the coffee from sloshing out, and it also keeps your coffee hot. It's called a splash stick. This is such a simple solution to multiple challenges that someone must have had when they picked up multiple coffees for their friends to take back to their apartment. Innovation is defined as a new idea, method, or product. Most innovation is a result of identifying a challenge or a problem and then coming up with a creative solution to solve it. Just think of all the incremental innovation that today allows a patient with type 1 diabetes to continuously monitor their blood sugar levels without having to do multiple pricks a day, or to use an insulin pump to deliver insulin therapy without having to give themselves multiple shots a day. And by using technology to monitor both the insulin doses and their blood sugars to help pharmacists and doctors better track their therapies and ultimately make adjustments to provide better patient outcomes. My challenge to each of you: keep your eyes open for problems and challenges in your workplace. Be willing to collaborate, ideate, and come up with creative solutions to those problems. Seek out people who are different than you and then collaborate with them. They could be different members of a healthcare team, or from different practice settings, or maybe from completely different educational backgrounds, such as an engineer or a supply chain expert or a data scientist. Not only do you want to collaborate with people that have different experiences than you, but you also want people with different points of view and that are not afraid to challenge you and your way of thinking. That is how you ultimately get to better outcomes. There are workforce challenges today across all different healthcare settings, and they are frankly predicted to get worse. How do you take that challenge and turn it into an opportunity to practice at the top of your pharmacy license? So take your world-class education and experiences from UW-Madison and strive to be a leader. Continuously look for opportunities to innovate and don't be afraid to fail. If you talk to people in any discipline that are 20 years out from their graduation day and ask them, are you doing today what you thought you were going to do on your graduation day? Most people will say, nope, not a chance. But if you ask them, do they love what they're doing? Almost all of them will say they do, that they've found something they love, they found their passion, and they know they're making a difference. I only applied for my first job out of my pharmacy residency program. All of my other jobs that I had throughout my pharmacy career were opportunities that presented themselves to me that I took advantage of. Don't be afraid to raise your hand, continue to learn, and be open to where your experiences take you on your career journey. I leave you with this. Measure your success not by your accomplishments, but the lives of the patients that you touch. The patient is at the end of everything we do, regardless of the degree that you're getting here today, and each of you have the ability to make an impact. I opened with having you acknowledge the people that helped you get to this day. Just so you know, it doesn't matter how old you are, your family will always be there, proud and supporting you. So I would like to ask for a little bit of a favor. My 82-year-old parents are super excited that I got asked by the dean to do this, so I'd like to take a quick selfie. Now, this isn't going to work out that great because you guys are all sitting in the dark, but I will do my best. Everybody smile.
There we go. There we are.
Thank you. Finally, stay connected to your network, your classmates, your professors, your friends. Use your time, treasure, and talents to give back to the University of Wisconsin and to the profession to help future generations of pharmacists succeed. And remember, once a Badger, always a Badger on Wisconsin.
Thank you very much, Deb, for your words of wisdom and encouragement. I now invite Associate Dean Arash Basharullah to the podium for the hooding of our PhD and master's degree candidates. Arash?
Thank you, Dean Swanson. Good afternoon, everyone. So it is my honor to begin the recognition of our Doctor of Philosophy and Master of Science degree candidates. So these are the highest academic degrees awarded and demonstrate completion of the most rigorous and advanced training. I now invite the directors of our outstanding graduate programs, Lucas Rickard, Lara Collier, Jack Temple, Eric Buxton, and Cody Wenther to the side lectern to present their respective candidates.
Hi, everyone. I'm Associate Professor Lucas Rickert, the Director of the PhD program in Health Services Research and Pharmacy. This program integrates humanities, social, economic, and behavioral sciences in training the next generation of researchers to help address health outcomes and disparities for patients and the communities they live in. I will now introduce the graduating student and ask their PhD advisor to assist with the hooding. I will also read the title of the candidate's dissertation work. I invite Associate Professor Olayinka Shiambola to step forward to Hood. Aditi Tarfa, an investigation into mechanisms of building autonomous motivation to adhere to antiretroviral therapy among people living with HIV and substance use disorder using the Addiction Comprehensive Health Enhancement Support System.
Good afternoon. I'm an associate professor, Lara Collier, and I am director of the PhD program in pharmaceutical sciences. Our program sits at the interface of chemistry, biology, and engineering, and we prepare the next generation of scientists to become leaders within academia, government, industry, and other careers. I will now introduce the graduating students and ask their respective PhD advisors to assist with the hooding. I will also read the title of the candidate's dissertation work. I invite Associate Professor Jiang to step forward. She will hood her student, Connor Blankenship, whose thesis title is Elucidating the Cryptic Roles of the O-GlacNAc Transferase Intervening Domain. Dr. Jiang will also hood Arelis Estevez Davila, whose thesis title is Deciphering O-GlacNAc Transferase Biological Functions with Electrophilic Probes. Professor Lee will now step forward. Dr. Lee will help hood her student, Ting Jia Gu, whose thesis is Development and Application of Multiplex Relative Quantification for Biomolecules Using Isobaric Labeling Strategy. And now invite Professor Tong to step forward. He will help hood his student, Xiaolei Li, whose thesis title is Development of Transition Metal Catalyzed Site-Selective Carbohydrate Functionalization Reactions in Tissue-Selective Protein Degraders. And now invite Dr. Li back to help hood her student, Yuan Luo, whose thesis title is Method Development with the Goal to Better Understand Disease Mechanisms and Diagnostics. Associate Professor Kwan. He will help hood his student, Evan Reese, whose thesis title is Development and Application of Metagenomic and Comparative Genomic Techniques for Environmental Analysis. Professor Lee. She will help hood her student, Ben Wang, whose thesis title is Advancing Multidimensional Mass Spectrometric Approaches for Protein Citrullination, Structural Proteomic Analysis, and Their Biomedical Applications. Dr. Jiang. And last but not least, she will help hood her student, Jinshan Xie, whose thesis is titled Structural Basis of Human O-GlacNAc Transferase and O-GlacNAc Substrate Recognition Beyond Their Catalytic Pockets.
Hello, I am Jack Temple, Associate Clinical Professor and Director of the Master's Program in Health System Pharmacy Administration. This program admits doctors of pharmacy into a combined master's degree and residency program at UW Health. and is designed to train the next generation of health system pharmacy leaders. I invite Vice Dean Melgert de Villiers to step forward and join Dr. Basharullah in the hooding of the Masters of Science graduates. I will now introduce the candidates from the program and read their title of their thesis work. Kofi Ando, Catch Me If You Can, Implementation of a Multi-Site Controlled Substance Waste Monitoring Program within a large academic medical center. Jeffrey Clark, Designing Business Continuity and Downtime Activity Planning for Pharmacy Services within an Academic Medical Center. Lori Plewinski, Identifying the Greater Aggregator, Assessing and Implementing Specialty Pharmacy Data Aggregation within an Academic Medical Center Specialty Pharmacy. Andrew Sansala, Implementation of an Ambulatory Pharmacy Dashboard, Financials, and Key Performance Indicators.
Hello, I am Clinical Associate Professor Eric Buxton, Director of the Master of Science Program in Applied Drug Development. This program was designed in collaboration with pharmaceutical and biopharmaceutical industry leaders to help graduates step into drug development, manufacturing, and regulatory careers. I will now introduce the graduating students to be hooded. Hamza Ahmad. Sawi Shruthi Gawaruntra. Surjana Muthala Kanti. Sorry. Manvi Karuka. Sorry. Huey Ling Liu. Now. Surjana Musala Makanti. Sorry. Rothia Peña Busto. Anne-Marie Charlene Petty. Sajanya Ramapira. Anibal Ramos Martinez. Hanan Sadegh. Rin Lenora Tadzipi Majo. Anand Reddy Alma Reddy Gari. Sean Yoon. Rolling Zhu.
Good afternoon. I'm Assistant Professor Cody Wenther. I'm Director of the Master of Science program in Psychoactive Pharmaceutical Investigation. This program is focused on preparing students to take on innovative scientific and interdisciplinary roles in the discovery, development, regulation, and clinical application of drugs acting on the central nervous system. I will now introduce our inaugural class of graduating students. Rose Bridges. Natalie Cavalco. Jess Pashon. Seman Selmasi. Nicholas Sullivan. And Kendall Walker.
Found it. So, to all of our Master's and Doctor of Philosophy candidates, congratulations on your hard work and exceptional dedication to the pursuit of excellence. You're now joining an elite group of alumni who are leading the way to making the world a better place. So, congratulations. Another round. I now invite Vice Dean Melgar de Villiers to the podium for the hooding of the Doctor of Pharmacy candidates.
Thank you, Dr. Basarula. Good afternoon, everybody. The moment has come. So it is my honor to begin the recognition of our Doctor of Pharmacy degree recipients. These students have completed 4 years of rigorous study in somewhat unusual circumstances. And as you look at the graduates crossing the stage, you'll see that they are wearing colorful stoles that indicate various scholars and pharmacy programs they have completed. These include certificates, minors, paths of distinction, and dual degrees. And this year, 90 of these additional recognitions for this class is going to happen. At this time, I would like to invite the first 2 pairs of PharmD hooders to the front of the stage, hooding the first half of the Doctor of Pharmacy candidates. They are Professors Bev Martin and John Daub, and Professors Karen Kupasik and Amanda Margolis. Salma Abdelhawab. Hailey Ahrens. Nohel Austin. Nicole Batterman. Emma Beeham. Alexa Beckeris. Madison Burke. Kelly Birkland. Alexis Beal. Maya Bogalowski. Rachel Bonin. Amy Bauman. Julia Branger. Leslie Brown. Elise Brennan. Will Kahns. Howard Chen. Colin Davis. Alexa Devereaux. Alexis During. Ariana Double. Ugboka Egbujor. Ben Josiah Enriquez. Claudia Epland. Emily Erpenbach. Emily Fang. Sarah Fierig. Margaret Ford. Maxwell Friedrich. Jessica Furman. Hunter Furley. Ravi Gajipara. Madeline Gallo. Amrita Gedam. Aaron Gerke. Amy Jenisot. Kelsey Granzo. Jonathan Graves. Megan Gross. Taylor Gullickson. Garrett Gunderson. Marissa Hakulo. Rachel Hawley. Osana Higamenges. Cassandra Isaacs. Kendra Isbenner. Deanna Jacobs. Kayla Johnson. Trey Jones. Noah Cates. Andrew Keeler. Megan Kalukat. Sumir Karbush. Chen Q. David Kim. Keon Hyun Kim. Julia Clark. Christopher Kozinski. Jack Kumbulek. Emily Lamont. Jikang Leung and Jackie Law. I want to thank the first pair of Hooders. Thank you. And we'll invite the second pair of Hooders, who is Dr. Kate Rotzenberg and Professor Eva Vivian, and Dr. Jessica Birchbakken and Professor Marina Mayes. Miguel Malik, Catherine Marshall, Alec Melanson, Ethan Meyer, Eric Mischbauer, Kaylee Mikolicek, Julia Mogalewski, Lucas Morikal, Alyssa Moss, Mark Moa, Chelsea Moyer, Brandon Moyniers, Savannah Nicky, Grace Nixon, Eleanor Noon, Michael O'Connell, Alexander Ortland, Jessica Paradowski, Kayur Patel, Alyssa Petterly, Graham Retzloff, Miranda Rately, Brendan Rogers, Nick Roark, Monica Rue, Claire Russell, Kiefer Samp, Maya Sanderson, Naseem Sarkarati, Kael Shomish, Luke Schroer, William Shaki, Taylor Schufeld, Dale Selha, Amanda Sims, Melissa Smith, Ashley Serb, Austin Stark, Kelly Thomas, Kathleen Tierney, John Fred, Ali Valentine, Sean Van Helden, Drew van der Velden, Kira Verhegen, Michaela Whalen, Brock Whaling, Jared Wenzel, Ryan Werner, Travis Witt, Abigail Woodward, Alex Song, Toli Zong, Felix Yang, Ziting John, Julie Zhang, Ziting Zhang, Brian Zimmerman. Andrew Zulke. Zachary Zingler. Jordan Zabicki. Congratulations to all the PharmD students. Thank you. So I would like to take just a moment to recognize some of the candidates that was unable to join us today. These are Yashawina Tadakamala, Jaslinda Benes, Benjamin Blackwell, Tom Goldfried, Noah Klosowski, Elliot Morales, Samantha Piso, Timothy Smith, Vincent Wartenweiler, Victoria Cancellieri, Yu Yin, and Jacob Torres. So, I said this last year and I'll say it again. One of my heroes is Nelson Mandela, and he always said, it's always impossible till it's done. So PharmD and all graduates, it's done. Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much, Mel. I now invite Mara Kieser, Professor and Assistant Dean for Experiential Education, on stage to present the 2023 Larry Bow Clinical Instructor Award. Mara?
Good afternoon, and thank you, Dean Swanson. As you said, my name is Mara Kieser, and I'm the Assistant Dean of Experiential Education here at the school. And I want to first say congratulations to all of the graduates, so that's very exciting. It is my honor to present the Larry Bow Clinical Instructor Excellence Award. So who was Larry Bow? This award is named after Professor Larry Bow, who was a former faculty member and taught at the School of Pharmacy from 1982 until his passing in 2001. He was passionate about teaching students how to become pharmacists. Who are our clinical instructors? This award is given to a clinical instructor. Clinical instructors are the practicing pharmacists who teach our students when they are completing their clerkship rotations. We ask the students to nominate an outstanding clinical instructor and consider the pharmacist's ability to communicate, to teach, professional attitudes, ethics, and outstanding qualities. To share some quotes for this year's recipient, the many discussions with Jeremy grew my clinical knowledge more so than any other rotation I had. A second quote, I now feel confident and excited about internal medicine, and I think this excitement is because of how well Jeremy taught me. Finally, not only was he great at his job, but he was also very personable and has a great sense of humor. As someone who aspires to teach and precept students after graduation, I look up to Jeremy and his precepting style. So it is my pleasure to present the 2023 Larry Bow Clinical Instructor Excellence Award to Jeremiah Barnes. Dr. Barnes received a Doctor of Pharmacy degree from Ohio Northern University in 2016 and completed a PGY1 residency and PGY2 internal medicine residency at the Clement J. Zablocki VA Medical Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He currently is an internal medicine clinical pharmacy specialist at the Clement J. Zablocki VA Medical Center, and he is also the residency program director for the PGY2 internal medicine pharmacy residency at the Zablocki VA. Dr. Barnes. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's my pleasure to be with you today, celebrating all of your accomplishments. And for whoever wrote those kind words, thank you so very much. They're too kind, really, and very affecting, so I appreciate that. I want to use my time first and foremost by recognizing my colleagues at the Milwaukee VA, both the clinical pharmacists and pharmacy residents. As anyone who's rotated through our site can attest, so much of what is good about the learning experience results from the investment of our pharmacy residents. And they've been truly exceptional this year, helping us to mentor student pharmacists. Also, a massive thank you to all of you who have been at our site on rotation. You have been and will continue to be critical components of the high-quality care in our communities and medical centers, and I'm so grateful for your contributions to our shared patient care. Our roles as your preceptors can be summarized and perhaps oversimplified like this: to encourage behaviors which are likely to produce success, and to discourage those that will not. To stick with the theme from earlier, growing up, I had a soccer coach who loved to prompt us saying, "We practice because practice makes what?" And everyone, inevitably, no matter how many times we had been asked by this coach, would respond, "Perfect." Because practice makes perfect. Many of us have heard that saying before. And he would say, "Wrong. Practice rarely makes perfect, but it always makes habits." All these behaviors, these choices that you've been getting regular feedback on from your preceptors are now yours to maintain or self-correct. And what we know about choices is that they lead to habits and habits to disciplines. My hope for you is that the positive choices you have made and practice habits you have formed over this past year establish you as a disciplined, reliable healthcare professional as you begin your postgraduate career. Thank you so much for your time today and all that you will do for your patients in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jeremiah, for all that you do for our students. We really deeply appreciate it. And now I invite Lori Plewinski to the stage. Lori, please approach the lectern. Lori will speak on behalf of the PhD and master's candidates today. Lori earned her PharmD degree from the School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences at the University at Buffalo back in 2021. She's much younger than she looks. Where is she? I can't see her. Is she here yet? Is she right in front of me? Is she? Oh, she's emerging from the darkness. I tell you, this is really weird. You guys, it's just a black screen out there. Where were we? Back in 1921, I think? And she's with us today receiving her master's degree in Health Systems Pharmacy Administration. Lori?
Graduates of the class of 2023, congratulations. You've put in countless hours of hard work, dedication, and caffeine-fueled all-nighters, and it's finally all paid off. As you walk across this stage today, I know that you're filled with a sense of pride, accomplishment, and sheer relief that you'll never be asked another test question without access to LexiComp or PubMed again. As you move on to the next phase of your life, remember that there are some things that graduate school can't prepare you for. For example, no one teaches you how to survive without access to the free food at club and organization meetings, or how to ever explain to your friends and family that a pharmacist doesn't just count pills. Pharmaceutical scientists and researchers don't just play with test tubes or sit in front of a statistical program all day. Psychoactive pharmaceutical investigators don't actually try the substances they're studying. And health system pharmacy leaders don't just attend meetings all day. Okay, that one might be true. All joking aside, my name is Lori Plewinski, and it is an honor to be standing before you all today. Over the past 2 years, the University of Wisconsin-Madison School of Pharmacy has become a home for me, as I've had the privilege to complete an MS in Health System Pharmacy Administration alongside my 3 co-residents, Dr. Andrew Sensala, Dr. Kofi Ando, and Dr. Jeffrey Clark. I have been in awe of the caliber of students and the opportunities UW-Madison makes available for each graduate program. I can confidently say we are leaving the University of Wisconsin with a wealth of knowledge, skills, and experiences that will serve us well in whatever we do next. Each of us are equipped to tackle the challenges in healthcare, whether it's discovering the next vehicle for better drug delivery, starting a business, talking a patient through their new multi-medication regimen following a liver transplant, developing more equitable medication use policies at the state and national level, or leading pharmacy departments and industries to improve public health. As you prepare to embark on your next chapter, I want to share with you 3 key takeaways that I believe will help in your journey. First, remember the crucial role that you will play in society. As pharmacists, pharmaceutical scientists, and health services researchers, you will be responsible for ensuring the safe and effective use of medications, improving patient outcomes, and advancing the field of healthcare. But being a pharmacist or scientist is not just a job, it's a calling. It requires compassion, integrity, and commitment to lifelong learning. It's about putting the patient first, even when it's not easy or they're not directly in front of you. It's about working collaboratively with other healthcare professionals to provide the best possible care. The world needs pharmacists, pharmaceutical scientists, and health services researchers now more than ever. With the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, we have seen firsthand the critical role that pharmacists play in providing vaccinations, ensuring medication access, and helping patients manage their health. And the critical role pharmaceutical scientists and health services researchers play in drug discovery and development and improving medication safety at the population level. Second, don't be afraid to take risks and try new things. As you leave here today, remember that your education does not end with your degree. The practice and science of pharmacy is constantly evolving with new technologies, medications, and treatment options. Embrace change and always be willing to innovate and find new solutions to old problems. You are the future of healthcare, and your creativity and ingenuity will help shape the direction of our field for years to come. The final piece of advice I want to leave you with is cultivate your network. And your network is much more than your LinkedIn following. It is important to nurture lifelong connections with peers and mentors who will provide meaningful feedback and advice throughout your career. The quote, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants," by Isaac Newton comes to mind when I think of the foundation UW-Madison has provided for networking. Students graduating from UW-Madison are already light years ahead with access to the powerful Badger Network, leading pharmaceutical industry, pharmacy research, health systems pharmacy, and community pharmacy across not only the nation, but the globe. I'm grateful to be able to claim a home in the UW Pharmacy Badger Network community, and for Dean Swanson and the School of Pharmacy faculty that welcomes, advises, and supports each student as they navigate their path to this very day. I'm also thankful for the UW Health leadership team, including my program directors, Dr. Megan Bagley and Dr. Jack Temple, as well as the many preceptors and mentors. Your guidance and leadership over the past 2 years have been instrumental in shaping my understanding of the value of Wisconsin pharmacy. I'm extremely proud to be part of the Badger Pharmacy Network, and I'm even more excited to spread the innovative ideas and practices I've been able to experience. When each of you leave here today, recognize that you obtained training at one of the top institutes in the country and will bring value to any team you join with your knowledge, experience, and expertise. I urge you to internalize these key takeaways as you continue on your journey. Remember the important role you play in society. Don't be afraid to take risks and try new things, and cultivate your network. So, congratulations once again on this tremendous achievement. As you move forward, I encourage you to stay committed to your patients, your profession, and yourselves. Remember the values that brought you to this point and always strive to make a positive impact on the world around you. Class of 2023, congratulations, and on Wisconsin.
Thank you very much, Lori. I couldn't agree more. I now invite Janet Frisch to the lectern. Janet is the current president of the Pharmacy Society of Wisconsin, as well as a 1987 graduate of the School of Pharmacy. Janet will lead our Doctor of Pharmacy candidates in the reading of the Oath of a Pharmacist. You will find the oath located in the back of your program for the hooding ceremony. Janet? Good to see you.
Thank you, Dean Swanson. As he said, I am Janet Frisch, and I am current president of PSW. Congratulations. Be sure to reflect on what you have accomplished the last 4 years and look forward with anticipation as you transition to work, residency, or whatever is next for you. I welcome you into this next phase of your journey in pharmacy. Just a reminder that professional organizations are an important part of your path of professional practice. PSW offers free membership for you in the first year of your practice and reduced fees for the next 3 years. So be sure to sign up for the free membership and join fellow pharmacists as we continue to make pharmacy better together. And if you see me at one of those conferences that you're going to attend, make sure you introduce yourself, because I would love to talk to you. I invite the graduate pharmacists to stand and raise your right hand as we recite the oath of the pharmacist. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of service. You can join. I can't hear you. Are you talking? I'm going to start over. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of service to others through the profession of pharmacy. In fulfilling this vow, I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. I will promote inclusion, embrace diversity, and advocate for justice to advance health equity. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for all patients. I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me. I will accept the responsibility to improve my professional knowledge, expertise, and self-awareness. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's moral, ethical, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily and with full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Janet. And I just want to amplify how important it is to hook up with the Pharmacy Society of Wisconsin. It's one of the best pharmacy societies in the country. Okay, I think it's the best pharmacy society in the country. And it's a very effective organization to help empower you to help make change to drive pharmacy forward. So please be here by joining the society as you progress through your career. I now invite Heather Stoner to the stage. Heather? Heather is the president-elect of the school's Pharmacy Alumni Association, as well as a 2018 graduate of our PharmD program. She will address our graduates. You're also on our Board of Visitors. I don't have that in my, aren't you? Soon. Or last year? I'm going to just stick with the script. She will address our graduates who are now the newest alumni of the School of Pharmacy. Heather?
Thank you, Dean Swanson, and good afternoon. As Dean Swanson said, my name is Heather Stoner, and I am the Pharmacy Alumni Association President-elect. I did graduate in 2018, and honestly, it feels like just yesterday. I was sitting in your seats, and someone else was up here and introducing me to the PAA and welcoming me to the PAA. I'm honored that I'm the one to do that for all of you today. But first, let me say congratulations to you all. This is a huge accomplishment, and you should be proud of yourselves. Upon your graduation and moving to alumni status today, you will automatically become members of the Pharmacy Alumni Association. And some good news, we don't have any membership dues ever, so that's great. Our mission is to connect alumni, students, and the broader School of Pharmacy community through professional engagement, recognition, social events, and philanthropy. As pharmacy students, you may remember the ice cream socials the PAA sponsors, or potentially the golf outing we hold in conjunction with the Wisconsin Society of Pharmacy students each year. But we do so much more than that. As alumni, we also have an alumni tailgate at a Badger football game each fall. We recognize alumni through different awards, and through fundraising, we provide scholarships for students each year. There are plenty of opportunities, small or large, to get involved.
I would encourage each of you to stay involved, or at the very least, stay connected. Make sure to like the PAA Facebook page, sign up for the Discover RX newsletter, but also remember to stay connected to each other and the connections you've made over the past 4 years. How many times have you heard, pharmacy is a small world in school? Well, it's true, but what I love and is unique about UW-Madison School of Pharmacy is our alumni. We're all over the globe, and we will never stop being a resource for each other. And now, moving forward, you will have the opportunity to be a resource or a connection for a future Badger alumni as well. Again, congratulations on your graduation. I'm looking forward to seeing all that you accomplish in your careers, and I'm honored to be the first to say, welcome to the PAA. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. And once again, I want to amplify what Heather has said. The University of Wisconsin School of Pharmacy is one of the great schools of pharmacy in the world, and it's because we have a great faculty and staff. We have amazingly intelligent and talented students, and we have passionate alumni that no matter what area of pharmacy you want to pursue in your career, there's some Badger pharmacist out there who's a leader in that area who would love to help you develop your career. So please stay in touch and participate in the Pharmacy Alumni Association. I now invite Mark Mua to the stage. I have spent a lot of time with Mark Mua today during the awards breakfast. Mark has won multiple awards just today. Mark will be speaking on behalf of the 2023 Doctor of Pharmacy class, for whom he also serves as co-president. Mark Mua is from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Throughout his time at the School of Pharmacy, he has served as vice president of the Multicultural Affairs Program in Pharmacy, Journal Club chair of Phi Lambda Sigma, class representative for the Student Climate and Inclusivity Committee, and is currently one of the class co-presidents. Mark? A long time no see, Mark.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mark Moore. I am beyond grateful and honored to represent my classmates, the Doctor of Pharmacy class of 2023, on this joyous event today. I would first like to thank you all for taking the time from your busy lives to celebrate our journey and accomplishments with us today. This journey that we started 4 years ago has finally come to a close. Today, I want to share a few pieces of our journey and who the Doctor of Pharmacy class is and our spirit. Before we even started school, we already knew that we had big shoes to fill here. This university has a rich history of developing some of the best pharmacists in the country and the world. Occasionally, you'll hear Dean Swanson share about how this school is consistently ranked as one of the top 10 programs within the nation. And with that, we went, everything we did, such as our introductory or advanced pharmacy experiences, we carried this sense of Badger pride, a core component of representing not just ourselves, but this program as well. The class of 2023, we are a very unique bunch of individuals. My classmates come from all over the world, representing so many different cultures, languages, backgrounds, and identities. As we got to know each other over these years, we developed camaraderie as a class. A Doctor of Pharmacy means finding ways to confide in each other. No one will really know our struggles of having multiple exams in 1 week and running on 3 hours of sleep. These are some of the challenges that we overcame in this journey. And unexpectedly, our class faced a pandemic. With just 6 months of getting to know each other, we were quarantined into our own homes. After finally having a semester to adjust, we were faced with new challenges of not oversleeping in Zoom meetings and learning to shut our microphone off. We also adapted to our professors' misunderstanding of technology and microphones, which I swore were never connected. Big thank you to Dr. Mike Pitterly. Thank you for all your assistance with technology at that time period. And what this period taught us is that accomplishing a Doctor of Pharmacy means being adaptable and finding ways to be successful. But this journey has not always been about us. It takes a village to get us to where we are today. We have amazing professors that have devoted nothing but their kindness and knowledge for our growth. Special thank you to Bonnie Fingerhut, Dr. Milgard de Villers, and their lab assistants for teaching us that your grade could go into the negatives. We won't ever forget that. But professors, the class of 23 would like to thank you. While we do not miss your exam questions, we will surely miss you. We appreciate all you have done for us more than you would ever know. Along this journey, our introductory and advanced pharmacy experiences have allowed us to form close relationship with mentors, many of who have graduated from this institution. The class of 2023 would also like to thank you. Your preceptorship, patience, and guidance is very much appreciated. We hope to continue to be as motivated as you all are and for our paths to cross again in the future. A special thank you to the family and friends that have listened to our struggles and complaints. Kudos to those that have fed us when we had to spare every second to study and prepare for projects. The people we have become, the challenges we have faced, your support helped us accomplish these goals. We would not be where we are without you all. So the class of 23 would like to thank you all as well too. There are no amount of words that can truly describe how much we appreciate you. I would also like to pay respect to those who cannot be here with us. Our class felt a great amount of loss during these past 4 years, especially with the pandemic. Grandparents, mothers, fathers, family members, and pets. These are the people that we would give anything to share this moment with us. And although they cannot physically be here, I want to say for those that have felt this heavy heart, somewhere, somehow, I know they are proud of you more than ever. Lastly, I'd like to take a few moments to speak to my fellow peers. Class of 2023, my dear friends, what a great time we all had here. As amazing as it feels to close this chapter of our lives, I can't stop and look back at the wonderful moments we all had. It's these memories that I will be missing the most. We all came from different backgrounds, with different stories, yet we turned the school into a community and into a home. I remember our very first time meeting during orientation. The lecture hall was packed full of us, eager and nervous to meet each other. We would complete a ropes course in the next few days, in which some of these people we have met would go on to be our closest of friends. And then a pandemic came and tore us apart. Yet, despite this adversity, we found ways to stay connected with each other. And then once we got back into the classroom, we were excited to reunite. It really felt like no time had passed between. And when it was time for us to head to Appy's, we were already experts at staying connected regardless of the distance. Despite all this time apart, I always felt connected with you all. This is one of the strengths of our class. We want to stay connected with each other. I'm going to be bold and say that we are one of the best class that has graduated from this institution. This has been echoed many times from professors. Even after graduation, I hope we live up to it. Our unique class has accomplished so much within our time here. I am excited to see and hear about your accomplishments in the near future. I say this from the bottom of my heart. I hope we stay in touch and hope we remember to think about each other more often. We formed a lot of memories here together, from struggling to study for exams and from rushing to the UW cafeteria. Hold on to those memories. The last 4 years, you all have made the last 4 years amazing, and I'm going to miss us. As you graduate, take a step away from school. Please spend some time loving yourself and others. Love is something this world needs more than ever, and make sure you bring that compassion to your patients. These last 4 years, we had to put a lot of things on hold. Spend some time with your loved ones. Catch up with friends and pets. And as crazy as it sounds, do nothing for a day, because you all have earned it. And with that, class of 2023, we are officially done with pharmacy school. Let's tackle these board exams, be successful in whatever way that means to you, and celebrate. Thank you.
I really couldn't think of a better way to wrap up this event than Mark's speech. What a warm, heartfelt speech emphasizing the connections that we make between each other. It's the fabric of our lives, isn't it? Well, before we wrap up, I want to thank those who helped organize today's event. Anna Reinhardt, Lindsay Weigel, Katie Gerhardt, Sally Griffith-O, Zoe Andrews, the student ambassadors. You see them in red about everywhere. They're wonderful. Really appreciate them. And the School of Pharmacy staff volunteering today, as well as the Wisconsin Union team for making this celebration possible. Now, would everyone please rise and join in singing the time-honored Varsity? Well, this concludes the event. Don't forget to join us for a reception in the Union. That's this building complex there. It's up in the, well, you guys know where to go, don't you? It's up in the Great Hall and in Tripp Commons. There's so much fun to have. We couldn't keep it in just one single room. So pick a room and join us in celebrating and congratulating our students. One last round of applause before we go.